Based on that title, I already know what's going to happen in this chapter. And I'm already facepalming. I'm gonna be shocked if he's not banned for life. Damn, Deathseer, back at it again with the quick attitude turnarounds. So she looked like she was dead? Also, while we can assume this was because of Ash's children, it's never actually stated. So for all we know, Delia may have actually put her hand into a light socket 5 times in a row. Technically, he didn't claim that. He just stated that he'd tell everyone Ash has sex with his Pikachu, which is a true statement. No sins here. Pause here if you're reading along with the video. Moving on. Convenient landing of burn cream is convenient. You know, you wouldn't have to do that if you took a few seconds to close the fucking door! Seriously, why are these two so forgetful about this? Ash is into some kinky shit. Character attempts to hide the fact they're having sex while talking on the phone cliche. Or he could just get Pikachu to stop. There's always that option. Don't you think you should give her some warning before you do that? Especially considering the size difference between you two, which I'm not even going to bother explaining because you don't need to do the math to know that this shouldn't be able to occur. The magical appearing and disappearing breasts have returned. Awkward. Pikachu thinks she's Daniel Bryan. Damn, what kind of springs are in those hospital beds? I gotta get me some of those. For being an idiot. Okay. At least it wasn't 5 times this time. So I told Takesha she better stop hitting on my man and get out of my business. But she didn't go nowhere, so I had to let into a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hang on. Let me do a quick count. Ashley, Jolt, Alexa, Camellia, Coda, Josh, Takesha. That's 7 names. Yet Ash and Pikachu only have 6 children. Where the hell did this 7th Pikachu come from? Whatever the case, that's worth a double sin. Also, going over the 7 names that Delia just listed off, what the hell happened to Sparky? Even with 1 extra name, the author couldn't remember Sparky's name being mentioned in Chapter 5. Another double sin. 50 Shades of Pikachu, anybody? Actually, forget I said that. Someone might actually make that a thing. Nobody make that a thing! But we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. What? The Doctor is the most relatable character in this fanfiction. Apparently, Pikachu doesn't realize that the Doctor's problem isn't with who Ash was having sex with, but rather the fact he was having sex in general. We never find out what he says. This bothers me. What kind of name is that? It's not even a word. Trust me, I looked it up. Nowhere is this word used in anything outside of this fanfiction. How did the author even come up with this word? Wow, this host is a lot nicer than the last one. Why didn't Ash and Pikachu just go here in Chapter 10? Ash's line implies Pikachu has had this Pokechow before, yet Pikachu's line implies she hasn't. So which one is it? Despite the first fanfiction completely counteracting this statement. Did Ash check to see if this was legal before he popped the question? It's gonna be quite awkward if Pikachu says yes, and they discover they can't actually get married. And this love rectangle continues to confuse and irritate us all. Wow, Misty's still hitting on Ash even after he's in a relationship with Pikachu. What a bitch. 100 miles? How loud was she flirting? Are you ready for fun? Oh, Charizard, sweetie, you could do so much better. Oh, that explains it. Actually, it doesn't. There's actually so much wrong with that, I don't even know where to start. Because all the characters in this fanfiction get turned on easier than a light switch. Crotch stains are not consent. Damn, Misty, you might want to get that checked. Although Charlotte was pretty pissed off about it. Isn't Charizard supposed to be in the Charcific Valley? How the hell did Swellow get his Pokeball here so fast? Misty never takes one of these pills. I guess she's lucky that... well, you'll see. A statement which, knowing fanfiction, will be retracted before my palm can even reach my forehead. All he did was slide his tongue in. Misty is easily pleased. I've got 99 problems, and this is 69 of them. What's a refractory period cliche? Damn it, Misty, do you want it or not? Why can't any of these characters find an attitude and stick with it? Sure he can. Besides, the way fanfiction works, Misty will enjoy it once it happens, regardless of if she wants it or not. Oh, sweetie, that comment has a lot to do with this story, just not in the way you think it does. Yep, just keep digging yourself into that hole, Deathseer. Just keep digging. Because the best way to greet people is obviously to place your tail over their mouth. Yep, apparently we've been doing it all wrong. Fire-type Pokemon has spicy seeming cliche. I can't believe that's a cliche. I think Misty got her definition of borrowing from SpongeBob. No, you didn't. Pikachu did it for you before you could say yes. And whose fault was that? You had your chance, don't act like you have a case here. Apparently Ash was so shocked, all his facial features just disappeared. Yeah, I think it does. And their abilities, and their diet, and their lifespans. Look, I get the point Pikachu's trying to make, but she's just not doing a very good job of making it. Did Pikachu forget his ground and not rock that resists electric? And yes, I know Geodude is a rock ground type, but Pikachu made no mention of this, only showing surprise at seeing a rock type. Geodude can't learn Headbutt. Wait a minute. This is just chapter 5 of the first Pikachu's Unexpected Love. Copy-pasted, word for word. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna add all the sins that were in this chapter when I sin the first Pikachu's Unexpected Love. That's 23 sins. Now, back to the present day. Cue the harp again! Surprise sibling cliche. Considering Pikachu was unable to stand, if that's what this Meowth wanted, he'd have a pretty good shot at it. And over there is my sister. Woof. Okay, ignoring Meowth speaking in a different animal's language, this scene should not have happened. Meowth, quote, breathed his last breath during the battle with Jesse and James, so he should already be dead by this point. Therefore, we have a major inconsistency here. One that the author overlooked, despite Meowth's death being mentioned in this chapter. In terms of lamppost versus rock, I imagine the difference in pain after getting hit by either of those would be pretty similar. Don't you mean the rubles? Misty, can you try helping the situation for once in your life? Since when does Professor Oak have any children? Yeah, good idea, Ash. Punch the guy that's giving you information. Looks like it's just a section of what we read 2 chapters ago. You know what that means. Adding the sins that were originally in this section. Which is surprisingly only 1. Now, let's move on. Can it really be called Rock Throw if you're not throwing rocks? First, Geodude is on your side. Second, Geodude is not a legendary Pokemon. And third, this thing could have been avoided with 1 little comma. Grammar is important, people. Villain wants to rule the world cliche. Wait, now the Articuno is his too? When did that happen? Nobody! Not even Squidward's house. Does Squish realize he's battling in the middle of a park where anyone could easily see him? If he's so desperate to keep the abilities of his Pokemon a secret, why is he battling in the middle of a public area? This shouldn't work for obvious reasons. Once again, ignoring vital commas has led to an awkward mistake. Don't tell me what to do! No. He turns his hat backwards when shit's about to go down. Don't you know anything? The only chapter title in the drop-down menu, not in all caps. If you're gonna scream chapter titles at me, at least be consistent. Wait, hang on. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Are those properly used quotation marks? Hallelujah! It's a miracle! The rest of the grammar may still need some work, but it's a step in the right direction. Removing 2 sins. Okay, that makes no sense, even by this fanfiction standards. What in the... What? We interrupt Pikachu's Unexpected Love 2 to bring you a baseball game. In this instance, I actually agree with Chris. Even in normal circumstances, this shouldn't be able to happen. Or you could, you know, check for a door. That works too. Also, Ash must be one tough SOB to punch through a glass window and apparently not get hurt. Less kissing. More searching. Once again, the author is too lazy to write out 3 short words. Pikachu, you have bigger problems right now. Considering Onix just charged through the building, there should already be a hole in the floor. Why not just go through that? I guarantee in the back of his mind he's thinking, maybe if I save her, she'll actually want me to bang her. I give up. Okay, that one's just funny. I guess no one gives a damn about frozen Charizard over there. Also, nowhere is it stated that Charizard put Misty down before charging at Chris. So does that mean Misty's frozen along with Charizard? Good luck with that one, Brock. Hopefully not Misty. We've already established she's useless at babysitting. This last line sounds like a chapter cliffhanger from a Goosebumps book. Hey, the author finally learned how to spell Bayleaf's name. Swallow, now is not the time for fat jokes. Despite learning how to spell Bayleaf, Deathsia still can't spell Ash's surname properly. Been there, done that. Are you kidding? That's pretty much how half the evolutions in the anime happen. Meganium was so shocked it briefly changed genders. Really, all Chris had to do was render Ash unconscious. The Pikachu transformation really wasn't necessary. Contrary to the popular saying, getting blood out of a stone is apparently very possible. Until we find out in a flashback that she was still alive and had one last dying message before actually dying. No? The author actually means it with this one? Alrighty then. The Pokemon Mater returns? Trust me, he never left. Does Pikachu realize that if she stayed and fought, the children could have lost both of their parents? She may want to calm down and think before going all slappy yelly on Ash. Something tells me they're going to need a lot more notepads now. Oh, that boy, threatening world domination again. Classic Chris. Oh, this is getting good. Hand me the popcorn. Oh no, not Giovanni. He's the leader of Team Rocket. Does no one in this fanfiction know how to use a door? No sins here. Pause if you're reading along with the video. Moving on. Catch me outside. How about that? Well, considering Chris threatened to kill all of them, I'd say it is also their battle. This title makes no sense, as they fight together, yet still end up losing. Ever get so angry you briefly change genders? Yes, he does. I thought we'd established this by now. I think someone forgot that Brock gave Vulpix back to its original trainer. No, wait, let me guess. He very conveniently caught another one before the events of this story. Alright, I'm not going to go into the whole is it okay to hit your kids debate, but I will say using Iron Tail is going a bit too far. No sins here. Pause if you're reading along with the video. Moving on. Well, at least Jolt's remaining optimistic. You and every other villain in the history of forever. Well, things look quite dire for our protagonists. The stakes are high and the sin counter is even higher. Strap yourselves in, everybody. Action! Drama! Sins aplenty! All this and more in the conclusion to Pikachu's Unexpected Love 2.